Today I'm gonna show you how I made $265,000 in 3 months. So listen up, health and fitness coaches, personal trainers, and professionals. This is for you because I'm gonna give you the exact strategies and I'm gonna lay it out for you on how I was able to do it. But most importantly, what I need you to do is the moment you finish watching this video, you have to go to the description section down below and you have to go click the link to join my Facebook group, because in there I'm giving you the materials, the resources, the frameworks that you can use, download, watch, so that we can put this into application, okay? So I'm saying this now so you don't forget later. But on top of that, I wanna make sure that if you do get value out of this video, you like, subscribe, comment, share, because the more you help me out, the more I can help you back. So let's dive right into it. How to make those 265K within 3 months. So here we go. Number one thing, you have to have a strong offer. If you don't have a strong offer, forget about this. None of this is gonna work, okay? So you have to have a strong offer and you have to have a specialization that you specialize so you can focus on a niche in your industry. So figure it out. Some of you may have it already, some of you may not. So you need to really dive in and figure that out. If you wanna learn how to put your offer together, if you want to learn how to do that, go to my Facebook group, join it like I mentioned before. If you want to learn how to be able to create that niche, go to my Facebook group. I'm going to teach you there. But here are the principles, okay? Here's the principles, because in there, that's going to give you detail. Here are the principles. When you're building a strong offer, you have to keep in mind these things. Number one is speaking directly to the audience that you want to work with in your niche, right? And is it going to solve a problem that they have? That's number one. Number two, have you personally experienced what you're gonna be teaching? And this is very important because a lot of people wanna go out and teach things that they've never gone through before. And I'm a huge component of teach what you've gone through, teach what you've experienced, because then you're gonna be able to teach it better. So have you gone through this personally, or at least have you gone through it at a certain time frame in your life once, right? Some people have gone, maybe you've gone through it multiple times, even better. But at least you must have gone through it once, because it's gonna allow you to explain it and deliver this offer much more powerful. Number three, you need to make sure that your offer makes sense with the right price point. What I mean by that is that you have to figure out between your experiences, your education, the amount of people you've helped, and the amount of testimonials you've gathered, how long you've been in the field, that you have a price point that makes sense. And when I mean by a price point that makes sense, it's a price point that doesn't just mean low just to put it low and high just to put it high, but a price point that makes sense based on your value that you're delivering, okay? And everybody's value is gonna be a little different depending on where you're at currently in your coaching industry, okay? And with your experiences. That's number three. Number four, all right? When building a strong offer, all right, you always want to make sure you're speaking out to that person you're helping. Your offer should not be confusing. A confused buyer doesn't buy. So if your offer is too confusing and it doesn't make sense, nobody's going to buy from it, okay? So that's number four. You need to make sure it's dialed in with the person you're going to work with. Number five, you need to make sure that that offer has set in place the right deliverables that you want to put from the beginning. What do I mean by that? Email support, training programs, what softwares you're gonna use, how many times are you gonna do coaching weekly, right? Is it 30 minutes, 45 minutes? What else are you gonna give them? You're gonna give them daily support. These are things that you need to keep in mind. And again, the Facebook group that you're gonna join with the resources, you're gonna be able to extract more of that information in a much profound way. All right, moving on to the next thing. That's very important, right? You have to make sure that you have consistent content pumping on a daily basis, okay? On your Instagram, on your LinkedIn, on your Facebook, on TikTok, wherever it is that you first have the most traction, and then number two, your audience hangs out in the most in. So I wanna focus on two first, which from those that selected, pick two that you're strong at, that you know your audience hangs out the most, attack that, okay? And what you need to do is optimize your page. And in the Facebook group, you're gonna learn how to be able to optimize that page and how to be able to take it to the next level. From your bio pic, to your username, to the bio itself, to the links that you have to put, to the calls to action, to the profile grid, how we're gonna set that up, how we're gonna draw people to get into the messaging sequence with you, so that way you can steer them to a call. We're gonna show you how to do all that. Now, the next thing on top of that is you have to have the right messaging frameworks in place. So besides the right content and posting consistently with the right call to action, you have to have the right messaging framework. Without that, you're not gonna be able to steer a conversation to vet the person out and get them on a call. So with the right framework messaging, you're gonna be able to get that person from here all the way to the other side and getting them on a call, booking them and closing them. In the Facebook group, we're gonna provide you a script that's powerful and that's ready to be able to help you generate those leads on a daily basis, which helped me generate those $265,000 in 3 months, okay? So that script is gonna be provided for you in the files section of our Facebook group. On top of that, we're gonna make sure that we show you how to be able to go find, extract, connect, and get those leads on your Instagram, on your Facebook. So literally, we're gonna go in there and show you how to be able to pull them out, how to connect with them, how to start those conversations, how to engage with their content, how to get them to want to connect with you back, so that way you have an opportunity to have them as a lead. We're gonna show you and dive into it in those modules in the Facebook group, so that way you understand the power of lead generation. Now, going into the last and final thing, and this is very important that you need to understand this as the last and final thing, you want to make sure that you are constantly following up with all your leads. So any lead that you got on a call with, you have to follow up right after, even if they didn't close. Any lead that didn't no-show, follow up with them, even if they didn't show up the first time. Follow up, follow up, follow up. The power's in the follow-up. The money's in the follow-up. The wins are in the follow-up. So constantly follow up. Follow up with old leads that maybe you had from before, old clients. Bring them back. You have to understand that follow-up is the power here, okay? On top of everything that I said. So your offers, okay? Have that offer in place, right? Very, very important. Making sure that you optimize your page, making sure that you're doing the lead gen, making sure that you have all these pieces with a follow-up set in place, so that way you can convert that individual into a client. So I hope this video helped to have a surface level understanding, because the Facebook group is where you're gonna get all that knowledge. This is where we're gonna really dive in deep and show you how to exactly do this with the right frameworks, because in the Facebook group, this is where we're gonna show you and provide you the right frameworks and the right pieces of content that you need to watch and pay attention to go generate that income. If you got value out of this video, but most importantly, if you get value out of the Facebook group, come back here, comment down below what you experienced, share it with your loved ones, share it with friends, share it with other coaches you're needed, because the more love you show us, the more love we can show back. Till next time, and we can't wait for your feedback.